Contract love, the end of unconditional romance. What if the most romantic thing you could do for your partner isn't writing a love poem, but writing a contract? Are we taking too much for granted or leaving too much to chance in our relationships? Should we be more intentional about our expectations from day one? And if so, how should these be established and communicated? I know it sounds crazy. We're raised on the idea that love should be unconditional, a spontaneous, magical force that just works itself out. But what if that beautiful, romantic ideal is exactly what's setting our relationships up for failure? Today, we're going to explore the radical idea of relationship contracts and why turning love into a transaction might just be the very thing that saves it. Unspoken contracts, the problem you didn't know you had. Let's be honest, every relationship already has a contract. It's just an unwritten one, a messy bundle of unspoken expectations, assumptions, and roles we slide into without a single conversation. Who takes out the trash? Who brings up the tough topics? Whose career gets priority if you have to move? These are the silent agreements that build up over time, and when they're broken, which they will be, they curdle into resentment. You're left feeling like your partner broke the rules of a game they didn't even know they were playing. The problem isn't having rule sets, that they're invisible. Today, we're choosing to make them visible. Unconditional love, myth, or reality? Let's tackle the big one, unconditional love. It sounds incredible, but is it realistic in a partnership? Think about it. We sign contracts for everything else. Important mortgages, jobs, leases. Not because we expect failure, but because we want clarity, security, and shared expectations. So why should the most important relationship in our lives be treated with less intention? The truth is, romantic love is almost always conditional. The conditions might be, don't cheat, be kind to my mom, or support my dream of opening a llama farm. These are perfectly reasonable expectations. Anything outside these boundaries is seen as a red flag. A relationship contract doesn't create these conditions, it clarifies them. It's not about taking the magic out of love. It's about ensuring both people are actually on the same page. What is a relationship contract, really? When I say contract, you might picture a stuffy 30-page legal document full of clauses and sub-clauses. And while legally binding prenups exist, that's not what we're talking about today. A relationship contract, the kind going viral on TikTok, is a living, breathing agreement. Think of it as a blueprint for your shared life. It's not about litigation, it's about communication. It's a tool to build a life together on purpose. What's in it? Anything you want. Common topics include shared responsibilities, who handles groceries, who manages the budget, who scrubs the bathroom. Putting it in writing can eliminate daily friction. Communication rules. How do you argue? Do you agree never to go to bed angry? Do you hold weekly check-ins with phones off? Money. How are joint accounts handled? What about personal spending? Are you saving for a house, that dream trip to Italy? So what about intimacy, connection? This covers physical and emotional intimacy. Maybe it's weekly date nights or supporting each other's weird hobbies. Boundaries. From exes to in-laws to personal space set the tone for what makes you both feel safe. Think of it less like a corporate merger and more like a shared mission statement for your relationship. The case for contract love, clarity over chaos. The biggest win of relationship contracts is simple. They force the conversations you should already be having. The process is the point. It demands honesty and vulnerability, and that can bring you closer than ever. You have to know yourself, know what you need, and then actually say it to your partner. It kills conflict. Unmet expectations breed resentment. When you've agreed on who's doing the laundry, there's no fuming over why your partner can't read your mind. It promotes mutual growth. Writing down shared goals, personal, financial, or emotional, makes you partners in each other's success. It balances the load. These talks ensure both partners' needs and fears are heard. It prevents one person from shouldering the mental burden while the other floats along unaware. Before we look at the flip side, take a moment. Think about a past relationship. What's one unspoken rule that caused a fight or misunderstanding? Drop it in the comments. You'll be surprised how universal these hidden tripwires are. The case against contract love, the love lease. Now let's talk about the fear behind the title, the end of unconditional romance. There's a real concern that putting love on paper turns it into a cold transaction, a love lease where affection is something you earn it, something freely given. Break a clause and the love expires. This argument says contracts murder spontaneity. If your partner brings you flowers, is it a sweet gesture or just ticking a box on the romantic gestures checklist? When love feels like an obligation, it stops feeling like love. Contracts can also feel restrictive. People grow. A rigid agreement made in your 20s might feel like a prison in your 40s. And let's be real, some people feel it's just deeply unromantic, like planning your breakup before the honeymoon even starts. It can sow seeds of distrust. Finding the balance. Is it right for you? So, are relationship contracts brilliant tools for modern love, or romance's death certificate? The answer is, it depends. Used as a weapon or power move, destructive. Used as a flexible, evolving blueprint for communication, transformative. Maybe the key is to treat it as a living agreement, something you revisit annually, like a relationship checkup. What's working? What needs adjustment? How have we changed? Ultimately, this debate challenges us to ask deeper questions. Do we value security or mystery? Do we want clarity or spontaneity? Is love something that just happens, or something we build day by day? Final thoughts. So, is this really the end of unconditional romance? Maybe. Or maybe it's the end of pretending it ever really existed. A relationship contract isn't a magic wand. It won't fix everything, but it is a tool, and like any tool, it can build something beautiful or tear something down. The goal isn't to turn love into a business deal. It's to bring the same intention, clarity, and mutual respect into your relationship that you bring to every other important part of your life. Because maybe the most romantic thing you can do isn't just falling in love, but choosing with open eyes and honest hearts exactly how you'll stay in love. If this video got you thinking, give it a like and subscribe for more deep dives into modern relationships. Check the link in the description for questions to help you start your own relationship contract conversation in a way that feels constructive and confrontational. Thanks for watching.